A lot of people have said that, spoke about that, been curious about that, but I actually never was a hitman, one of the hitmen. I
Oh
will tell
wow.
you this. I will tell you this if I've never ever mentioned it in another interview before. I was there when Puffy had the idea to create the Hitman. I was there when the building that Uptown was in at that time, this is before he had his label, he was working at Uptown under Andre Harrell. When you get off the elevator on the floor that Uptown was, as
I,
soon
I
as you step off the elevator, if you veer a little bit to the right, you could walk straight into this conference room. And I remember there was no hitman yet. I remember I was up there at the office and Puffy was like, yo, I want to kick it with you about something. I was like, yeah, yeah. So he walked me around the office the long way and we went into that conference room. So we got in the room and I was like, yeah, yeah, what's up? He said, yo, B, yo, I want to manage you. And I looked at him, I kind of smirked. I said, yo, you know, Fran at Rush is managing me, right? And he did just like this. He said, in other words, like, in other words, like, so what? What's up? You and at that time things was good for me over there, Rush. You know, I had a good thing going. I didn't wanna interrupt that.
Sorry,
I wanted that.
just to clarify.
So hold on. I just
Okay.
wanna don't forget what you're gonna ask me. I wanna finish this story.
Okay.
So after he asked me that and he said, I told him, and I told him, I said, yo, I don't know about that. I'm I think I'm gonna have to get back to you on that. Let's just say I never got back to him.
Right. Right.
And and I've always felt like because I never got back to him about that, that's when my relationship over there started to change. So to answer your question, if and when the Hitman was going to be created, I believe that I was going to be the or one of the first. But I declined.
Right. I want to make sure that I'm not conflating two things. So you said he asked you to manage you. Is that's different from being part of the hitman, or does that mean the same thing? Just
That was the Hitman getting ready to start happening.
oh, right.
I was
Okay,
gonna
right.
obviously I was gonna be one of the first, and then he had the idea to add on the others that that it grew to be. But at that time, I was just happy where I was at, and I'm gonna be honest with you. I mean, yeah, he had a good thing going, but I'm gonna be honest with you. I didn't trust him. I didn't know what was gonna become of that. I just knew I felt safe and secure where I was at. You know what I mean?
Okay, so what if you don't mind me asking, you say you didn't trust him. What was there something that happened that made you
No, no. It's just that where I was at over at Rush, I felt safe, sound, and secure. I was happy being there.
okay, okay.
In other words, like, yeah, yeah, I hear you talking, but I don't know.
Mm,
And I
okay,
don't know.
okay.
I always felt like I don't know. Maybe he might have took that negatively. Like, yo, he ain't
Mm,
going. He say he gonna get back to me. We never ever talked about it again. And I kept coming to the studio, producing stuff, but in my mind, I was like, no, no, I'm cool right here where I'm at. And I noticed ever since then, I don't know, the relationship wasn't really the same. There's other things I could get into, but I'll just leave it right there.
right, right. Fair enough. Okay, Watts, I see you got your hand raised. What do you want to say?
No, no, no.
No, I'm
No,
speaking
no,
to
no.
Watts. Watts.
Yeah. So with that, and like that's cool. I can understand that. Do you uh do you have any regrets about that? Because like, for example, in my life, right? I used to work for Radio Shack, and I had homies that worked at T-Mobile and was trying to get me over there for like 2, 3 years. And I'm like, nah, bro, that ain't really the move. I ain't sure. I'm over here. I'm management. I'm getting money. It's all good. And when I finally did eventually go over to T-Mobile, I worked half the hours and made damn near twice the money. And I'm like, and I could have been did this. You know what I'm saying? Like, so do you have any like thoughts or feelings or regrets on that looking back at it? Or do you think you made the right decision?
No, I don't regret it. No, I
Okay.
don't regret it. No, I don't regret it because I felt like it was a matter of control. And I wanted more control of my situation.
That makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. All right. Sorry, go
I
ahead.
could see it. I could see it. I could see it. I saw where it was going. And the evidence of that is in flavor in your ear.